Hello and welcome to a snapshot video tutorial on the Braille Note Touch Plus. In this short video, I'm excited to introduce a new and first of its kind coding application called KeyCode. What is KeyCode? Well, KeyCode is a Keysoft application that puts you in a computer program environment and is optimized to use Python and program the microbit processor. Those that don't know about microbit, please have a look at my other video tutorials. We'll go in a bit more detail about what the microbit processor is, but it's a tangible device. So you can code directly to this device and get tangible feedback. Let's take a deeper look into what is KeyCode. So from the main menu, I'm going to go into KeyCode. It's listed under the All Applications. So from the main menu, press the letter A to All Applications and press Enter.
Main menu, All Apps, Braille Terminal.
I'm now going to press the letter K to jump to the first list of items beginning with K.
KeyBRF.
And continue to press K until we get to KeyCode.
KeyCode.
There we have KeyCode. Press Enter on KeyCode.
KeyCode.
We are brought into a submenu very similar to keyword. We have create. So if you want to start creating new code, we can go ahead and hit that create item. We have open. So perhaps maybe you've got some code that you've already saved, or maybe code that's been shared to you that you want to validate or make some changes. And then we have settings. Okay. I won't talk about settings in this video, but please review our how-to guides that are available in the Humor Buddy applications that gives you a bit more information about those settings. Let's go into create. Now, traditionally, when we start learning code, we're always asked to, well, get your machine to say hello world. And that's exactly what I'm going to do now with the microbit. I'm going to create. And as soon as I press enter, I am in my edit field, identical to keyword. I've got my brackets and I have my dots 7 and 8 showing my cursor key in between. Now, those of you who are able to see the screen, you'll notice there are some numbers, okay, or a number. So we have a number 1. When coding, line numbers is widely used, and it's really important to know which code or which items are in certain line numbers. So you may have error in line 5, and you want to be able to jump to that line number. And this is exactly what we can do within KeyCode environment. If you want to find out what line number you're on the Braille note itself, okay, we can press the Where Am I shortcut, traditionally known as the space WH or space 1, 5, and 6.
Line 1, indent 0 spaces.
And that gives you information such as your line number and how many indent spaces that we have. Indent spaces, you're probably thinking, well, what is that? Well, when Python is used, indentation or tabs are used widely, and it's really important to know how many indentations you have. I'm not going to go into details about indentations. Again, more information can be found from the Microbit Foundation site, or generally your Python teacher will be able to tell you a bit more about indentation. But if you do want an indentation, you can press backspace T. That will give you an indentation. And if I press the Where Am I shortcut,
line 1, indent 4 spaces.
We now have the line 1 indentation 4 spaces. If I want to undo indentation, I can press backspace with the letter U, and that removes my indentation totally. Let's get cracking and let's get coding. Each line is very unique. Okay, each line does something special. The first line that we're going to tell KeyCode is to get all of the stuff that we need to work with the microbit. Now, this will be different depending on what you're working on, of course, but in this instance, we're going to be using the from microbit import asterisk, and that's exactly what I'm going to type. So from
M-I-C-R-O-B I-T, microbit I-M-R, delete P-O-R-T, import.5.3 new line.
Okay, so the first line I've got from microbit, import asterisk. If you are dealing with the microbit here, that it's very case sensitive. Everything with Python's is sensitive, right? There's so many different parameters. You've got to really make sure that it's correct or you will get error messages. So from microbit import asterisk, what that basically means in English is that I want to be able to use everything from the microbit code library. Our second line, we want to import the speech.
Import SPE.16 speech.
Okay, so that second line here, I want to use my speech module from the microbit library itself. Okay, I'm going to press
new line
enter now. how am I going to use this speech? Okay, so this now is more of the kind of the object. Okay, so I want to type in speech dot say, and then we're going to put left parenthesis
dot 5 dots 2 3 dots 2 3 dots 1 2 6
and we're going to type in
dot 6 deleted
apostrophe
dot 3
capital sign
dot 6
hello
speech space dot 2
comma
speech
capital
dot
sign
6
world,
R L D
and then we're going to put another apostrophe, and then we're
dot
going to
2
close our
dot 5
parentheses.
dots 3 4 5 world.
Okay, so we now have our third line. It says speech dot say open parenthesis hello world with our apostrophes, and then the close parentheses. What that means is, and I'm no coder here, okay? This is something that I've learned from the Microbit Foundation site. The speech part is of this line is the object from the Microbit module, and that tells Microbit that we want to use that part. The full stop that I have indicates what to do with the speech object, following by the item afterwards. So in this instance, we're saying, okay, I want you, speech, to say hello world, and hello world in the parenthesis is the kind of the arguments of what you want to use from those objects and modules. That's it. That is as simple as it starts, right? He says. So now that I've finished my code, I'm going to quickly show you how I can quickly go to a line. Now, obviously, in this instance, I've only got 3 lines. So using a go to line isn't really efficient. However, you could have a lot of lines in your code. But if you do want to go to a specific line at any point, we can press enter with the letter G.
Go to line edit box. Go to line.
You're prompted with a line. I'm using literary Braille here, so remember to put your number sign. And I'm going to do 2.
Edit box.
And I've jumped straight to my line number 2. So in any cases, if you've got loads of different line numbers here, maybe your teacher has told you that, okay, something is incorrect in line number 10. Please, can you revisit it? Or maybe you want to go back to line 3 to change what it says, right? Maybe you want to say hello, Andrew, or welcome to Humanware. You want to go to that line number 3 and edit that line 3. Okay, after you've finished writing your code, we then need to check your code, all right, which we call compiling your code. And to compile your code, we press enter with C.
File name edit box.
And that automatically prompts you to save the code. Now, in this case, I'm going to type in hello. I'm going to save it under my documents folder. Press enter.
Compilation errors and
it will then check for any errors. And in this case, we have no errors, so we're good to go. We're good. So we can flash now directly to the microbit. Now, if you've got a microbit, and you can get those from Amazon and other sites, we're going to use the micro USB to USB and plug it directly into the Braille note. Once you plugged it in,
BBC Micro bit consist app USB device attached.
The Braille note will tell you. The Braille note will tell you that the microbit is actually attached, and it will be listed as a drive. So it's very much like plugging in a USB thumb drive here. We're ready to flash, so we can press enter with F.
Saved. File name edit box.
And it's going to prompt you to save. Now, this part is really important. If you want to flash your code to the microbit, you need to navigate to the microbit. If you, however, you want to just flash your code and save it elsewhere as a hex file, you can do so as well. But for me, I want to program it directly to the microbit. So remember at this point, it's going to take us back to that drive. Let's go back to the drive
selection
and select the microbit. Press enter on microbit. It's going to keep the name that you've used to save it. And I'm going to press backspace and A. And that's now going to download my code to the microbit, and I'll get the message of please wait. Space through.
Please wait.
Once that's completed, I'll then have a prompt to say that the microbit is ready, and the code then, hopefully, fingers crossed, would be successful.
Microbit ready.
Okay, and the microbit is ready. I'm going to unplug it from my Braille Note Touch. I'll get an indication to say it's been attached.
USB device attached.
Now I'm going to plug my microbit into, I have this little robot. And what that robot does, all kinds of stuff, but it also amplifies the speech module that's on the little microbit circuit board. And you can actually buy little speakers as well to make the speech better. But let's give this a go. You may or may not be able to hear it through my headsets. So let's give this a go. So I'm going to plug it into, and I'm going to turn it on. Okay, so I'm not sure if you got that. It does say hello world, I can assure you, but it's very robotic. But if you do have like speakers, you can certainly make it a lot more clearer. And you can plug in even headsets as well, so that you can hear it a little bit better than what you can over my headset. So give this a go yourself. Why not even change what it says? Get your students to change it to something else. Maybe get them to also display it through the LEDs and scroll those words on the microbit. For more information or activities like this, please visit the Microbit Foundation website. There is some fantastic resources to get you started. Introductions to Python and how to code, and some great activities and projects to make coding more exciting. So thanks everyone, and enjoy making your code. Until the next time.